So we're going to finish up 5.2 in this video, focusing specifically on making sure you understand mutually exclusive events and then different ways of modeling a chance process with both a two-way table or a Venn diagram, so we can begin to look at conditional probabilities as well. So here we're looking at two-way tables, which is a great way of keeping track of information so you can find the probability. We've seen two-way tables before in Chapter 1. They work exactly the same in a probability setting as they work in just to find the percent, and you're going to be looking the exact same way. We're mostly paying attention to the added notation of probability. The event we're talking about here is that A is male and B has pure steers, and these two are not mutually exclusive events because there are some people that have both, whereas in this iteration male and female are mutually exclusive events, and having or not having pierced ears are mutually exclusive events, but a boy who has pierced ears, that's not a mutually exclusive event, and so we're going to have to look at that a little differently. Having pierced ears is a marginal thing. So if you have pierced ears, there's 103 people out of the 178 total. So these are the people with pierced ears of the total people, and that is a marginal probability. But then when we start looking at the male with the pierced ears or a male with pierced ears, that's an and situation, and male or pierced ears, that is an or situation, and so we're going to be looking at things a little differently. So we already looked at this one, that they have pierced ears. Now if we want to find the probability of a male with pierced ears, we're going to go ahead and look in the male row, which is over here, and in the pierced ears column for this overlapping area. So there's going to be 119. Ooh, that's a lot of kids. 19 kids out of 178 that are boys with pierced ears. So here we go. And if we want to find the males or the pierced ears, that's when we're going to have to start looking at the females as well. So we've got 19 males. There's a couple of different ways of calculating this. You could look at the 19 males with pierced ears and the 71 males that don't have pierced ears and add the pierced ears of females, and then that's out of the 178 people as well. So 174 out of 178 are either male or have pierced ears. So a total of 4 people that don't fit in that category. And now that I'm saying that, the complement of that would be not having pierced ears or being male, and so that would be 4 out of 178. Now there's another way of looking at the same situation, and that's a Venn diagram, and that's going to allow us to talk about the general addition rule for two events. In this case, if the two events are mutually exclusive, like males and females, we could have very easily looked at the probability of a male in the sample and the probability of a female in the sample, and we could have added them together because there was no overlaps, and that would have been actually the entire sample. However, there's situations where we have that overlap, like we had the overlap of the males and the pierced ears. So the probability that you were a male is the entire circle, and the probability that you had pierced ears was this entire circle, and the blue part was the overlap. And so if we wanted to find the probability, there's another way we could do it. We could find the probability of A or B, so we can add the probability of A, which is 90 over 178, and add it to the probability of B, which is 103 over 178, but we have to take away that overlap. We have to take away the 19 out of 178, and that would give you the probability of A or B. Is some notation, and this is one of the things that I find most difficult about this chapter, is getting used to the notation. So A is all the things that can happen in A, and all the things that are not in A are called the complement of A. So if we know that the probability of A is 20%, then we know that the probability of a complement of A is going to be 1 minus that 20%. And if two things are completely mutually exclusive, then we know some things. We know that the probability of A or B is just the sum of the probability of A and the probability of B. And we know that putting them all together, they're the 100%. Intersection, this is where I think this gets complicated. Intersection is the place where they overlap, and we use the term and when we're talking about intersection. And the union, which is, I think of it as the U collecting everything, includes everything in A or in B, and that's when we start paying attention to that overlap. They think this might help. U for union. Intersection, I think of it this way, where the intersection laps over that overlap and the union takes the whole thing, but that's what works for me. You got to figure out what works for you. So here is some symbolization, and here is the connection between the two-way table and the Venn diagram. Once again, this 19 is the overlap of the two events, and this 4, this thing hanging out over here, are the ones that don't fit in A or in B. In this case, it is girls that do not have pierced ears. So they are the rest.